Alrighty guys, and welcome to a new video. This week it's gonna get nostalgic, because we're making iconic game characters. Starting out with probably one of the best mobile games of all time, Clash of Clans. And since nothing screams more Clash of Clans than the iconic barbarian, I had to make him. Once I made the body no archer will be able to resist, I made his arms. Despite them being not as shredded as the rest of his body, I still wouldn't stand a chance in an arm wrestling match. Moving on to the feet, and for all my feet lovers out there, I got you covered. Anyways, now we're moving on to making his beautiful face. Once I added his beautiful blue eyes, I gave him a big blob of blonde hair, making sure to squash his face entirely. I then added his iconic mustache, and now it's on to the bottom of the feet again, where I'll start to add the sandals. His legs will then get pressed into his bottom half. And since my barbarian is still fully naked at this point, not saying I wouldn't prefer him that way, I added some clothes. I then wrapped some clay around his arms, and since he must have some weird spike fetish, I added those spikes. And by squashing on the head, my barbarian is complete. Alright, moving on to our next iconic mobile game, Cut the Rope. And the character being named after the sound I make standing in front of the fridge at 3 AM. Om nom. I guess that's how you say it. Anyways, after giving him those pointy teeth, I gave him his big and dominant upper lip. And once I gave him this goofy looking thing on his head, where I really can't figure out what it's supposed to be, I made his eyes. And since his eyes, as Rihanna would say, shine bright like a diamond, I added some reflection. I then added some detail around his eyes, where I had to cut my rope properly. And that's him done, and we are on to our final character. And since you really can't have a conversation about the most iconic mobile game characters without mentioning Angry Birds, I had to make Red. I started up by making his beak, and then added his angry eyes. Once his eyes were adequately angry, I gave him a proper haircut to make sure he gets all the hot chicks flying around in the game. I then added those black feathers on his butt, and with my pupils in place, my bird is complete. The only thing that's left to do then is to make a base for him to stand on, or fly on, however you want to say it. Anyways, with him done, my final iconic mobile game character is complete, and I have to say, the lineup looks pretty gorgeous. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which iconic game character I should sculpt next. As always, do all the liking and subscribing, and with that being said, I love you all.